Hello everybody, welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be talking about 4-Andro cream. Specifically I use the one from Iron Mag Labs and its efficacy in basically a case report, so my personal anecdotal report from it. So without further ado, my disclaimer: I am not a doctor and I am not a chemist, nor do I pretend to be either one of those things. I do not encourage the use of any substances, legal or illegal, and this video is strictly for educational and entertainment purposes only. So, 4-Andro, as many of you know, is the precursor to testosterone. And so when you take it orally, it's said online in most things that you will read, it says about 15% will transfer in 15 to 16% will transfer into testosterone. I could not verify this figure with any sort of human-based testing. I think it was in vitro testing at best. And then I also saw some figures that said only about 3 to 4% actually transfers. But I also have seen some other people's blood work that shows that people who are completely natty take maybe 4 pumps a day of this cream, which I think would deliver about 200 milligrams of 4-Andro a day. And granted, 4-Andro is anabolic itself, and then it gets metabolized as testosterone, which is better. But it might register on the test as testosterone, so it's hard to say. But on the test, people are getting numbers that are like 2,700, 3,000 nanograms per deciliter. And if you know the ranges of what's standard for a male, it's between, the range, quote unquote, is between 280 and 1,100, but it's probably more healthy to be between, I would probably say 700 and 900, or maybe 700 and 1,100. But again, don't listen to me. I'm not your doctor. But I wanted to talk about me using 4-Andro cream. So I've been using 4-Andro cream. I haven't gotten any testosterone blood values back on it, but I did get a comprehensive blood panel done because I was actually sick with a virus, and full disclaimer, I had taken aspirin, Advil, Tylenol all at the max dosages, and not aspirin, not Advil. It was aspirin, Tylenol, caffeine, and kratom. And so I had taken those things to help with the symptoms that I was having from the virus. Overall, it mainly just gave me a migraine and digestive issues. So with that, it's no shocker to anybody that my liver enzymes were a few points out of the upper threshold of the scale. I'm not really shocked by that, especially because I took so much Tylenol. I was taking Tylenol every day at the almost maximum amount you can take in 24 hours for almost a week. And that was because of the migraines and my standard migraine medication. I was, 1, running out of, and 2, it wasn't working every time, so I couldn't keep taking it over and over again. So with that, my liver enzymes were out of range. So it's hard to say that 4-Andro doesn't cause liver enzymes to be raised, because eventually it will have to get metabolized by the liver, just like Zoloft will get metabolized by the liver, just like Adderall will get metabolized by the liver. Everything's going to get metabolized by the liver at some point when it goes into the bloodstream. Otherwise we want to get it out of our systems. But going back to that point, there wasn't any distinct markers that were like, hey, you have to be worried because this is a sign that something's going wrong with 4-Andro. So everything else was pretty much normal in my comprehensive metabolic panel. My kidneys were completely healthy as far as just the creatinine and the other figure that I forgot the name of, so I apologize, and then their ratio was normal. And when it came to the liver, that was the only thing that was raised. And again, I always get raised liver enzymes in Tylenol, even when I take relatively lower doses of it. And combine that with the fact I was taking kratom and Kratom and Tylenol can have a compounding factor on the liver. And I had also taken a break from my protocol of using N-acetylcysteine and Tudka every day because I wasn't feeling well, and those things were making me more nauseous. So, overall, I don't think it raises liver enzymes by that much. I hope to try and get a comprehensive metabolic panel done later to see what my liver values are like then, because I'm not entirely sure that I don't think I would have any problems with it. I mean, it's a relatively safe precursor to testosterone, and my goal is to try and see if it's viable as a testosterone replacement therapy that is not prescription. So what are some other things I'm noticing on this? One, if I miss dosing, I get hormone fluctuation, and what I mean by that is if I miss a few days of dosing, I will get some acne popping up, and I have to get back on track. That's not abnormal. Same thing will happen if you miss your testosterone cream dosing every day, and you were using testosterone gel or testosterone cream every day. You might get some acne because of estrogen conversion and your body having a dysregulation. I also, if I take too much, I get estrogenic side effects such as water retention and proliferation of my gynecomastia. I did notice overall that it kept my drive overall pretty standard compared to testosterone cream. I think the most efficacious dosing for me is between 2 and 4 pumps a day. I'm not entirely sure of that. There were some instances where when I was using higher amounts, like more pumps than was recommended, it felt like my blood pressure was increasing. I think that's completely standard, correlating to the fact that 4-andro can have a propensity to turn into estrogen. That's part of the reason that people, when they use it on SARM cycles or a DHT steroid cycle or a Superdrol cycle, they will get 4-andro, and they won't take like a ton of it, but they'll take some of it so they keep getting estrogen conversion, thus so they can build more muscle. So overall, it's showing viability to be useful as a TRT. Again, I will have to get liver enzymes retested because that's the one marker I'm concerned about. But there was a flaw in the blood work, so to speak. It was a mixed variable. You know, everybody in science knows that you can't have too many factors running at once. You can only test one variable at a time. And because of the circumstance of the comprehensive metabolic panel where I had a virus and I was taking medications I do not normally take, my liver enzymes were raised. So that is pretty par for the course. Overall, I think for some people it could be a viable option. I have testosterone deficiency naturally due to brain damage, and so testosterone replacement therapy is that's what I need. The only problem is it's exorbitantly expensive, and insurance will not cover it. So somebody my age is kind of out of luck unless you get a very nice primary care doctor or a urologist or an endocrinologist. But finding logical types of those people who are also willing to submit to insurance is very difficult. That's part of the reason that I had to go to the testosterone replacement therapy clinics, which I'm don't necessarily recommend. I'm just saying that's what I did. And so, yeah, that was the course of my treatment. Overall, I think the 4-andro is looking like an efficacious replacement for testosterone replacement therapy. But this is not a recommendation. This is not an advisement. And this is in no way me recommending anybody to use 4-andro, to even try 4-andro, because I'm not even associated with Iron Meg Labs or anything like that. I do love their product, but I'm not associated with them at the time of this upload. I am not associated with them or interacting with them in any way. And overall, my experiences with 4-andro have been positive. besides a little bit of estrogenic conversion when I stopped for too long or when I used too much over what they recommended, I mean, I've been feeling great. So that's pretty much going to be it for this video, you guys. I hope everybody is doing great right now. And if you wouldn't mind hitting the thumbs up on this video, giving it a like, subscribing to the channel would be amazing. And until next time, I hope you have a great one and go out and be great.